toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So North Carolina's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Now adjusting, trying to make magic with his feet. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Look.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So Washington State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Handoff to the lone back. Breaks the tackle. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Quickly complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Can't make the connection on the throw to the right sideline.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Washington. This one's complete. Gets away from one, he's got space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, it's a nice pickup on the play by the tight end there, but how about that massive hit on defense, keeping the tight end short of picking up that first down?
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking for a man, it's Washington. The throw to the outside is complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They corral him out of bounds, marking down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting there, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Turning it on! He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wazoo! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll pull it on the read. He's out past the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Washington. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Tar Heels look to do some damage in the red zone. Holds and fires complete to the right. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Here we go.
Tries again to get it in. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Looking deep. He's got it for a big play. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
There he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Washington State.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to get the edge on the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Buys a little time. He's going to fire to the left. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. To the air, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Snatches it on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it still takes 3 possessions to catch them.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hauls it in.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Whitehead. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Finding open areas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
On the play. It's 3rd down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Washington State 21, North Carolina.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got a man. It's Flowers. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Hands it off. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again. They're
touchdown, Washington State. And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Pocket breaking down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on fourth down.
To kick it away.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Washington State has it all working right now.
Charcoal. Ready.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Iowa State is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Cyclones all day with almost no... They're up by 25 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
Of 2. Third down coming up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
35. North Carolina 3.
As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call.
Hold it. Defense.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
He's looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. He's going for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Pushes ahead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's now
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on third and goal? He wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I was ready for this fourth down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is, my friend, getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense, and this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Under fire. He's got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll run for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
He's brought down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. First down, Zach pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Washington State will have to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. This offense has it with really good field position.
Come on, set. Ready, go.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33. First and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Makes the grab at the 10. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Washington State.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.